Hey everyone, how you doing? Do you remember when we had an actual show in the studio with guests?
I remember.
People cared. Not anymore. Now we're hanging out at our mom's house drinking. Well, I'm drinking. Corey, sips. But back when we had an actual show, pre-COVID, our number one show, and not just our number one show, the number one show on Princeton TV cable.
The most watched television show of
that
the station.
spills into 2021 as well.
And into 2022.
Was when we had Rue Heinewald from Terhune Orchards. And that episode just knocked it out of the park. It was our Citizen Kane.
Terhune Orchards and Winery in Princeton, New Jersey. Amazing family-owned place. And Ray and I got to go, and we got to take a tour and do tastings and see the vineyards, and go behind the scenes where most people don't get to see, with the daughter, who is part of the whole ownership family there. And it was incredible. And we had some amazing wines. Ray had a blueberry wine.
Loved the blueberry wine. Well, I loved, many of them, but the blueberry really knocked my socks off. I loved that one.
Because it wasn't really sweet. He thought it was going to be more of a fruit wine, and it was something bold and tasty, and he really, really enjoyed it.
And I suggested that someone have it with a blackened steak.
That's right.
Blackened filet.
So we love to support places that we made friends and wines that we loved, and we want to remind people that New Jersey wine is not terrible. It's not all sweet fruit wines like people have this stigma. I still have people say
but
to
I'm
me.
saying, instead of saying New Jersey wines are great, you're like, New Jersey wines are not terrible.
They're not, because people say to me, New Jersey wine, really? Is there anything good? Didn't we just have this conversation with somebody not too long ago?
Oh my God, every time I drink something.
On the podcast we were on. Again, thanks for the help with the memory, right? So the podcast we were on, they were saying, we didn't know.
I'm not waiting for a bus right now? What is this?
Been in New Jersey, had relatives from New Jersey who said, there's wineries in New Jersey. They're good. What do they have?
Well, that's why we had a show, people.
So this is what we're trying to convey. There are many wineries. They are fantastic. Some are way better than others, but they take their craft seriously. They are not just crushing fruit and making Kool-Aids. It's really up there now. It is. They've raised the bar. So this is one of those wineries. And it's a Chambourcin. And Ray's going to tell you a little bit about that grape.
God, I wish you would have given
While
me a heads
he's
up
waiting for
that.
his bus.
Sorry, gotta go. A Chambourcin. This is a French grape, essentially, which probably has its lineage to Greece, because they'll tell you that French people took all their grapes. But for some reason, I have seen this varietal grown in New Jersey previously. So it's a grape that actually you don't see that often, but New Jersey wineries have embraced it. And it's in that
nice red color.
Beaujolais kind of family. It's light, it's fruity. You get that nice little sort of baked fruit compote to it that, like blueberry, blackberry, with that little bit of tart. You know what I'm saying, people? And Terhune they really do a great job creating balance with their wines. Like I said, wines that I thought were going to be super sweet, super fruity, just really had wonderful balance and a nice, front, mid palate and finish to it. Some really great winemaking went into this, which is probably why I was the number one show for so long.
Now, meanwhile, people who enjoy the fruit wines, a lot of the wineries in New Jersey still carry that, especially the ones that have farms, as does Terhune. They have a peach wine, they have an apple wine, the blueberry wine.
And wait till you try the fruit salad sangria.
So, you can find the wines that you like because there is a range from
And
sweet
it's
to
just,
dry.
they're just such lovely people. It's a wonderful place to go to. They have apple picking, and don't they grow their own asparagus, right?
Yeah, we were going to do asparagus picking. We never got, then COVID happened, so we never got to go do
Can't
that.
pick asparagus during COVID. It's a rule.
They have sunflowers that you can go pick and take pictures. They have Halloween mazes and hay rides, apple picking.
Their pies and
yeah, they have a little
pastries and
farm market stand where they sell stuff that they make.
just amazing.
And they have a winery like in a barn area where you can go and hang out, do tastings. They have outside tables and they have live music almost every weekend now until like September, October.
I mean, you're honestly nuts not to go visit.
So
Nuts.
it's Terhune, Terhune, Orchards. TerhuneOrchards.com, I think it is. And you can go on their website and see all of their events. They have stuff all the time, storytelling for children and animals to feed and the whole
And we
bit.
spoke about their fruit wines, but just so you know, the Chambourcin is, made with grapes. This is an actual, normal, regular kind of wine. It's not made with fruit necessarily, but just, absolutely delicious. Great taste, great balance.
It's $22.50 a bottle and 13.8% alcohol, so it's a tiny bit higher than normal, which is 13.5 on the average. And, people say, well, that's a lot of money for a wine. And, it can be, but it's worth the price. And it's a family-run business. Support local. Keep it in New Jersey. Spend your money there.
Jersey, baby. We're making wine now.
And this is not one that you can find in liquor stores. Some of the New Jersey wineries are in liquor stores.
But they have a website, right?
They do, but I don't know if they ship. But you can check. I know they had an online wine store, so you can see. You might be able to just drive and pick it up, or maybe they do shipping now as well.
I'm sure maybe locally.
So you should check it out. Tell them Corey and Ray sent you.
And heck, why don't you watch the episode?
Yeah.
Princeton TV.
Google us, Whining Away with Corey and Ray, Terhune Orchards Winery episode. It's on Vimeo.
/1 show /Ray's funny.
Hashtag not really. So.
_ Corey is a. ...
Ray needs to take his medication. We're over time, so.
I.e., Corey wore tight panties today.
AKA, Little Running Ray is getting on my nerves today. Haha, I win.
That's only for the people who have watched every episode, because you were throwing.
And hopefully that's everyone out there.
You're throwing a lot of inside jokes there.
Well, they know it if they're a Whining Away fan. If they're not, they need to catch up.
So hopefully they got the doctorate by now.
Oh, see, another inside joke. Go back and watch our episodes. You'll catch up. We have a YouTube channel. You can find them all there. Not the Terhune Orchards one. That's on Vimeo. But all of these other episodes here from the Mogena Studios are on our YouTube channel. Whining Away with Corey and Ray. Thank you for joining us today. And as always, cheers to good wine.
Hey! To a good life.
Woohoo!
And celebrate all your special friends, whether they have doctorates or not.